Hi, everyone. It's time for another mug musing. So grab your favorite drink, pull up a chair, and let's share a moment together. And just take that deep breath so that we can go inward and reflect on what's important for each and every one of us as an individual. So I wanted to share something that sounds really simple and yet can be very complicated, especially for those nurturers of give. And that is the act of self-kindness. So let me do this by example. Yeah, I live up in New England, and I came down to Florida for a conference. And I knew that was going to be pretty in-depth. When you go home from a conference, you want to implement things and you want to get going, and then you have life happenings, and all of a sudden you can get a little deflated because you're trying to put new into an old construct. So I did the ultimate act of self-kindness and tacked on an extra weekend to spend time with a really close friend of mine and to breathe in all that I learned in that juicy conference, mastermind, and really set intentions for when I get home so that I don't lose that momentum that I had and I marry the energy with my life. And this kind of self-kindness can often be something that we don't pay attention to. I could have gone home right away and stepped back into my life, but I wanted to take that breath and take some time to spend with a dear friend as well as embrace all that I learned and all who I am, right? So what this art is something that you don't check off your list. You practice it, you refine it, and then you embody it. When it comes to ourselves, we're really our toughest critic, right? We shit all over ourselves. We judge ourselves for not being further along in our journey, and then we deflate ourselves. So here's the truth. What I look at as self-kindness, and it's something that I've stepped into and more as I've gone through my own journey, is that self-kindness isn't a weakness. It actually is energetic strength because every thought you have about yourself, every word you say to yourself, every expectation that we place on ourselves is energy. And that energy is in motion. And we want energy to be positive and to ramp up. We don't want to be under an umbrella of constant self criticism. I had enoughness complex for a long time. Sometimes that energy still tightens around who I am and it constricts me. And I have to say, wait a minute. Wait, what would I tell my client right now? What would I tell my best friend right now? And see, we are always with ourselves and we should be our own best friend. So if I'm going to tell my best friend, hey, you're being too tough on yourself. I need to look in the mirror and say, oh, reflect on where I'm not being kind to myself and allow that constriction to be released and give myself greater kindness. Some people think that self-kindness is really about, oh, going out and getting a pedicure and a manicure or a massage, and those things are phenomenal. Or taking a long weekend after a masterminding conference so that you can reset. Phenomenal. But there are so many acts of self-kindness that we can give ourselves throughout the day. That moment of pause with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and just saying, I just did good. You sent a note to a friend, you sent a letter to a client, you supported a child or a spouse. That's kindness. I've done well. And reflect that back to yourself so your mind clears and your nervous system starts relaxing and resetting. So you have more expansion to shine and give more kindness out because you've all heard it. You can't give what you don't receive. So what this feels, this art of self-kindness is allows you to feel lighter and more confident and more you and aligning with that purpose and allowing your energy to step up. It's almost like you're your own cheerleader, your own coach, your own, hey, you've got this. And it allows you to continue forward in all of the life happenings that we have so that we're not feeling forced, so that we don't feel hustled, so that we don't feel pushed but we allow being present and in that space of being, capital B, capital E, ing. So that's where self-kindness is a really profound transformational tool that we can step into and support ourselves so that we can shine as bright as we're supposed to be. The art of self-kindness, it lifts our vibration so that so decisions come more easily so that we step forward in this great light. We feel comfortable instead of out of our shells. And what I really love to remind everybody is this is not about having to fix yourself, right? We all deserve kindness. We all deserve support, and you can always give that to yourself. It doesn't have to be something we earn. Like when you sit down, you say, I've done good. Yay. And wonderful. Or you could say, I just made the worst mistake. It's so heavy. Hi. You're human, Laura. It's okay to make a mistake. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to transform that mistake? But you do it in a place where you're kind to yourself and you love yourself. So you don't have to be something else that you're not. So I offer this to you so that you can step forward. It's very cold across the entire United States, and the art of self-kindness will warm you up and allow you to shine brightly so that you attract all of those things that you want so much into your life. This kind of energy allows growth to become easier, and if you're in a healing process, to become more gentle. And it also allows you to feel more you and have that greater space of alignment. So, what's the last act of self kindness you gave yourself? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you want to hear more mug musings of insight and soul reflections, hit subscribe. Okay. And we'll see you on the next time I come around with one of these.